The forgotten history of white slavery in early America. They were of two sorts. First, such as were brought over by masters of ships to be sold as servants. Such as we call them, my dear, says she, but they are more properly called slaves. Daniel Defoe, Moll Flanders. This narrative concerning the history of so-called white individuals has remained largely untold in a coherent manner, primarily because many contemporary historians, influenced by political or psychological factors, have chosen to overlook the existence of so-called white slaves in early America. Presently, there is little acknowledgement of the suffering endured by millions of our enslaved ancestors. The extensive period of so-called white slavery in America, spanning 200 years, has been nearly erased from the collective consciousness of the American populace. Few wish to confront the reality that a significant portion, perhaps as much as 1/3 to half of the initial European colonists arrived not by their own volition, but rather through abduction, coercion, deception, and indeed in chains. This uncomfortable truth is often glossed over, as society tends to prefer forgetting this unfortunate chapter of history. So-called white enslavement in America could have significant implications for future racial dynamics. We cannot be sure that the position of the earliest so-called Africans differed markedly from that of the so-called white indentured servants. The debate has considerable significance for the interpretation of race relations in American history. Eugene D. Genovese. Most literature addressing the labor of Europeans in early America is characterized by terms such as white indentured servitude, white bondservants, and white servants. It is noteworthy that individuals of European descent, who were often subjected to conditions that evolved into what became permanent chattel slavery, are not typically referred to as slaves by mainstream scholars. The overwhelming focus on the so-called African experience of slavery has fostered an unspoken assumption that only so-called black individuals have been subjected to enslavement of a scale or significance deserving of scholarly attention. Unbelievable, right? Let me know what you think in the comments. Here at Unchained Minds, we challenge the narrative by exploring historical events of our past and bringing them to the light. Like and subscribe for more content like this.